Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Mr. Fleming here to say welcome back to learning, and I hope you've had as good of a break as you can. And I know it's going to be a little bit of a transition, going back to school after almost 4 weeks, and also, everything has kind of changed here. Obviously, I'm not in front of you in class. I'm talking to you through video. So there's a lot of adjustment for both you and I. But the most important thing is to make sure that you're doing okay, that you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, and that I'm here to support you, to help you, and to get the learning that you can get out of this given the situation. There are challenges, right? I mean, obviously just working through this platform is different. The good news is that I have been doing my master's in educational technology, and I teach computers, and so this shouldn't be too big of a challenge for me, but I know for you, this is going to be it's fundamentally different than probably how you've learned before, and so we're just going to have to make the best of it. And I understand, that some of us might have technology challenges, time challenges, all these other things that are going on in your life, and maybe this isn't going to be your focus, and I completely understand, okay? So just keep the lines of communication open with me, and we can work things out. You can hear my kids in the background, right? That's what's going to be happening a lot of the time. Now, one good thing is you guys have all experienced an LMS, and that is a learning management system, and that is Edmodo. I'm going to move away from Edmodo. Teams, to my surprise, seems to be as good as, in some ways better than Edmodo. There's some differences. Since we did the first assignment, you're learning about those differences, and I'm learning about them as well. So as we go through, the first couple weeks, things are going to be sort of, testing the waters, see how it goes. They'll be learning on both sides. All I ask for you is your patience, and for you guys to be reasonable and, act mature on this platform, because it isn't, Snapchat, it isn't, whatever else you're using. Friendster, anybody use Friendster still? MySpace, no, okay, right? You don't, it's a different platform, and we just have to learn how to behave in that platform. Now, in terms of learning overall, you're looking probably, teachers have been told an hour to an hour and a half a week. So you're looking at 8 to 12 hours of learning. And I highly suggest that you schedule some time. You put an hour and a half, sort of if you're looking over 5 days, right? 12 hours, let's say, you're looking at maybe, an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours a day that you should sort of schedule into your time. So I would set aside a bit of time. Keeping a little bit of a schedule is going to help you out. I mean, the easiest thing to do is just let things slide, and, as a student, right, if I don't have a schedule, if I don't have to have things done at a certain time, it can be a bit of a challenge to get things done. So I'm asking you to try to create a bit of a schedule. If you need some help or need some advice, let me know, and I can do my best to sort of help you out. Because I've learned as a, as a student as well during my master's recently, it's not always easy to say, hey, I got to get this done, and set aside that time. So, if you want some advice or you need some help doing that, let me know, and I can try to help you out as best I can. But I would highly take a day and say, okay, maybe in the morning, do an hour, hour and a half, work on this subject this morning, in the afternoon, do an hour, hour and a half. And before you know it, right, you'll be up and you'll be working on things, getting things done, and then you'll be able to schedule other things in your day, okay? It's kind of the hardest thing. I had a girlfriend in grade 12. I know it's hard to believe. But, she said the sort of thing that stuck with me, and I guess this, 25 years, she said to me that if you want something done, you give it to a busy person. Because that busy person is going to have a schedule, they're going to prioritize, they're going to get things done. When you don't have anything to do, things just sort of put on the back burner, and you don't get things done. So just try to get, try to put a little schedule there together. Mentioned it before. The other big thing is to make sure you communicate with me. If you're struggling, if you're having problems, I'm going to do my best to communicate with you. But there are 200 of you spread across. I'm teaching 8 different courses. It is a little bit of a challenge. I can't just sort of walk in and teach you now, right? I've got to do a little bit more in terms of prep, in terms of getting the lesson there. It is a bit of a challenge to make sure that all 200 of you are doing what you need to do. And so if you're having challenges, you're having problems, you can contact me through Teams. There's a private sort of, so you don't have to post it publicly. You can find me and talk with me personally. If you can't figure out how to do that, just email me, okay? If you can't do that, you know how to do it through Edmodo. I'll still check Edmodo there. You can do it that way, okay? But the key thing is to try to talk to me, okay? Just send me a quick message. Hey, Mr. Fleming, I can't get this done this week, or I need some help. Let me know. I'm flexible. I'm willing to help you. I'm here to help you. That's my job. That's what I want to do, right? I'm all here for you, and so that's my goal, okay? In the end, let's just make this as best that we can, okay? Like I said, this is a challenge for everybody, but there's some opportunity here. I'm going to help you out, teach you some lessons. I'm going to always give you a little bit of a, hey, if you want to go on and learn a little bit more, here's some opportunities. Because it is a sort of, in some ways it's really restrictive in what we can do. But for other people, there are some opportunities there that can open up. And so I'm always willing there to help you out. If you've got extra questions, you say, hey, Mr. Fleming, could I do something like this? Could you help me out with it? More than likely, I'll do my best. I will always do my best to help you out if I can. I'm not taking any courses at the moment. I finished my last, well, not my last two, but the last two that I was taking, I'm done. I've only got one more. That starts in the middle of May. So I do have a bit more free time, although I am spending a bit of time trying to teach my kids as well. And hopefully that they're learning a few things as well here. All right, so please take care of yourself, take care of your families. Try to learn, try to follow along with what I'm going to teach you here. Be open with your communication. Let me know if you're having problems. Let me know if you think I could do something better, okay? Give me feedback. That's what I'm here for, okay? Great. I'm going to talk about our specific lessons for each class, but that was my sort of overview there. And let's get going. Hello, IDS students. Obviously, we're sort of at a time where you're really going to be working independent. But the thing is I think with Teams, right? You can share screens. We can obviously talk about things either through video or through chat. I think I can even remote in on your computers if you give me access. So if we need that, although with you, most of you are, if not at least as competent as I am, beyond my competence, and so I will just work out what we need to work out. Now, just in terms of keeping us honest, right, and keep us sort of roughly on track, the recommendation is sort of an hour to an hour and a half a week per course. So that would entail, putting in an hour or so a week, and then just what I'd like to see, and I'm going to put in sort of a weekly assignment, and it will just be simply an update. Where am I? Maybe a couple screenshots. What have I done? And that's just sort of for me to know that you are working, because you're not just necessarily showing up in my class, and I can always just sort of keep tabs on you that way, just so that I know that you are doing some work, you're making some progress, and really that's all I ask. I understand there are other time pressures on you, whether it be other schoolwork, whether it be outside of school. And I'm completely, understanding in terms of where we might be in terms of our progress in your IDS. But having said that, I just want you to give it an honest and effort, and put in the time that you need to put in, and that's all I'm looking for. So once a week, like I said, there'll be just a little update, check-in basically. And I just see how you're doing. So just a few sentences, maybe a couple screenshots, nothing too onerous, and we'll just sort of work from there. Hopefully, before the end of June we will be back, but we never know. So we'll just sort of go at this pace and then see if we need to do anything else. But I think that's how we're going to work it. All right. Questions, whatever, let me know. You can always email me. You can do it through chat, through Teams. We can even video conference and so on. I'm here for you, to help you out. But I know you guys are all pretty capable, and but I look forward to seeing what you're working on there. All right, thank you.